Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Wednesday on Quad Radio. As our spotlight today on AMA ATV Pro Motocross racer Josh Upperman, the number 2 guy from the 2011 season. As we say, good Wednesday to you, Josh. How's things going?
Things are good. Down here in Florida, doing some training, riding, and having a good time.
Sounds like a good plan. I know that seems to be what the whole world of ATV motocross racers are doing for the most part each and every year, and from what I understand, there's a few guys actually hanging back north training at home this year because the weather is actually being a little bit cooperative.
Yeah, I've been talking to my parents back home. It's been like in high 40s, low 50s, and it's just crazy weather. I haven't really heard of that for a long time, and I could still be at home, but it's really wet. I don't think I'd be able to get a lot of rides in, but I could definitely work out outside, stuff like that.
So tell me, what's Josh Upperman got going on here on a Wednesday afternoon, I guess?
It's Wednesday. We are heading to Hard Rock here in Ocala, Florida, to do some riding. I'm staying down here, southern, like mid-central Florida, and just hitting a couple private tracks, going to a couple of local tracks, trying to, go to as many different tracks as I can so I don't get too used to one and hit up with a bunch of different terrain and stuff. But it's been going really good. So
how long have you actually been in Florida?
I actually just got down to Florida. It's almost been 2 weeks now. Had a little bit of delay, just waiting for some sponsors to come back with the offers and stuff, waiting for the deals to come through there. There was a couple I had to wait for, so that's what I normally come down like after the New Year. I wasn't able to, but I'm down here now. I'm working as hard as I was, so it's going good.
So how are you feeling physique-wise? I mean, even though you haven't had the riding time this year that you normally would have heading into a championship season.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. We didn't really have a major change in our program. Pretty much the same program. We are running Maxxis tires now, and they are definitely working awesome. They corner everything. I mean, I feel real confident with that behind me now, and I just got to put my head down and keep charging like I have before, and try to win that championship. And that's definitely what we're gunning for this year.
Wow, Josh, yeah, try to win that championship. You came so close last year, man. It's amazing the way things have worked out. You've always been a great, consistent racer, and you've been able to sneak a few wins in here and there, and finally, man, believe it or not, you are a true championship contender. What was it like for you there last year? I know there were a lot of tide shifts and stuff about mid-season, but you seem on the outside to really be holding yourself together pretty calm, cool, and collectively, man. What was going on there last season with you?
It was just, I'm pretty humble. I don't, if I win the championship, that'd be awesome. I'm going to try my hardest too. I don't really, make a huge name out of myself, but I just like to have fun. It's a sport that's really dangerous, and a lot of people have got hurt. I'm just very fortunate to be able to go do it and have fun and hang out with everybody and all my friends and stuff. I keep my cool. I know we had a real good season. Tim Barr coached me along the years. I just talked to him, and all his advice that he gave me, he said, there's one thing you need to know. He's like, you don't need to win every race to win a championship. I've let that always stick in my head. I don't always have to win all the races. Yeah, it'd be nice, but Tim, I believe 1 year Tim actually didn't win one race, but he was on the podium every round, and he actually won the championship. So, I'd love to win the races and stuff, but being consistent is, I think, better than winning the races, I would say. So,
and that's the way your season worked out for you there last year also. Now, let's talk about the off-season. It sounds like that your off-season heading into your preseason seemed to be a little bit longer, like you said, than what most other folks were. You were trying to put together some sponsorship deals, and that seems kind of odd, especially for the number 2 guy in the series, man. I mean, what kind of battles have you been trying to face there?
It is. It's, I thought the same thing. Once again, I just want to make it affordable for me to go racing. I like to put a little bit of money away, and it's really tight right now. A lot of the sponsors aren't pulling through like I thought they were. People are still cutting back. It's been really hard trying to make deals and get some money to help out for the season.
I know Mark Baldwin has been a big part of your program for a long time in your career. Tell me a little bit about that program that you've got going. You guys have got worked up right now. I mean, what kind of sponsorship? I know you just mentioned that you got the new Maxxis tire hookup there, and you're already hooking up and going real fast out there, so that ought to be a pretty good addition to the program.
Mark's been a huge help in my program. I mean, without him and Tim, I probably wouldn't have been this far in my career, but having Mark as a mechanic, I feel he is probably the best mechanic in the industry, and I'm very fortunate to have him. And we only live an hour and a half away from each other, so it's nice. We can do testing or take my bike up there, vice versa. But the program that me and Mark have, I think he's very reputable for his name, and a lot of people respect him and know that we can put a really good program together, and that always helps out. But I think, we work really well together, and we have a good time. It makes things work.
Yeah, it does. It makes for a nice program whenever you don't have a lot of that pressure. I guess you can say you're approaching this whole racing situation from a different standpoint because you're not necessarily racing to make money. You're racing in the off season to make money and trying to scramble everything you can get together just to go racing, because that seems to be what is the passion in your life right now, man. I mean, whether you're making money or not, you really just want to be out there at the racetrack racing.
Yeah, I do, and I would like to make money, and I do make a little bit, but it's not enough to actually that I could say like, oh yeah, I'm a full-time racer, but I still work during the summer, make a little bit of money there. I do want to try to think that, definitely a full-time job, but the sponsors right now are just killing the industry if they don't want to put forth the money. And, I really don't know what to say, but I hope things turn around and everything works out.
Yeah, for sure. And I know, people are trying to make steps toward that. And the good thing about it is, Josh, you've got a great platform to work with there. So now, it's time to just go out and start working what you can to start bringing in that money. I know the 6 figures, the 7 figures even would be nice that the rumors are some people have made in their careers and so forth. But just like you mentioned a few moments ago, though, I mean, talking about the money, talking about this, that, and the other, I think the greatest thing about it is, and I think probably the greatest success in your program is the fact that you are a humble person. And as nice as that would be, it's not why you're out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, I don't. I'm very humble. I don't go out and I don't really know what you want to say to that.
There's really not a whole lot to say. I think that response right there, Josh, answers a lot. I think if there's anybody out there in quad radio land that is listening right now, wants to be an agent or is an agent or something right now, they need to get a hold of you right now, because I think you're a great marketable person. It's just a matter of getting with the right person to market you, man, because as humble as you are, man, I think you got a long way to go, and obviously your racing speaks for itself. Let's talk about that, man. You were so close, Josh. I mean, think about it. Those last 2 motos at Loretta's, I mean, did you not get a little bit at least nervous, and didn't that not make you really thirsty and hungry to really go after that number 1 championship here in 2012?
Oh, definitely. It was. I was pretty nervous the last couple of races, and I try not to show it, but I was. But it definitely makes me want to go out and come out even harder in the beginning of the year, rest throughout the year, and win that championship. And I really think I can do that, and I just have to stay focused and keep turning. I mean, I know Chad's going to be a really hard contender this year, and along with Chad and John and Joel and, everybody, I mean, you never know what's going to come out the box the first race,
Josh, a lot of people wonder about where these professional riders come from. I know a lot of people work their way up through the ranks from the youth and things of that nature. Is that the way Josh Upperman made his way and made his name in national AMA ATV motocross racing?
No. I live on a farm. My grandpa was a dairy farmer. My uncle always rode three-wheelers back in the day. That's actually what I started out on, and he's the one that mentioned that I should get into racing, and I looked a little harder into it, and my sister, Annie, which is Brian Wolf's, whether that be wife, graduated with Mark Kendall, and she told me about this kid that races, and I was like, what's his name? And it was Mark Kendall, and I started getting to know him, and kind of followed his footsteps and took his whatever he had to offer me and showed me how to do, and we became pretty good friends, and we always rode together, and that was pretty much the start of things, how I moved up and came up through the ranks.
First race ever. Where was it? What? How did you do? What were you riding?
I was on a 400EX, and I'm pretty sure I was like pretty much on all stock components and everything. And it was at a Summit County fairgrounds in an indoor race in Ohio. And I raced it would be like the C class, and I think there was 10 or 12 people, and I'm not even sure, but I got fifth, and I was pretty stoked about that. It was like something different and big to me, and I don't know, I guess I just got interested in it from there. It was fun. I had a blast.
That's pretty cool. Now, how long did you race before you actually started into the national scene, and how old were you before you hit the nationals?
I think it was 2002, I ran 3 nationals, and I would have been, 17, I guess. 17, 18. And my first full year would have been 2003. I think 2000. It was either, you know what? I'm not even sure. I want to say, I can't even remember, to tell you the truth. I think it was 2003.
All right, let me ask you this question. Do you remember your first trophy?
Well, my first trophy I got was from that Summit County indoor race. It was a plaque.
Did they give everybody plaques or something? Is that how you got it?
I honestly, I'm not even sure, but I know. I think they gave them out to, I think, each place. Everybody got a plaque.
So what about on the national scene? I mean, was it a memorable time for you to get that first plaque?
National scene, I think it was. I mean, all of them are, and I can't really remember the first one. I think because I ran like 450B or something like that, and that was my first one. And then after that, I started racing A class. But I want to say maybe I got third or fifth in that too. I can't even remember. I'd have to go look in the books, but I have no idea.
Right now, obviously, you seem to really be on top of the game. And with that being said, coming off of such a spectacular season, what does the 2012 season hold for you? What's your goals?
My goal is definitely to be on the podium every round, just to win that championship, and hopefully better for the 2013 season, and definitely make something happen.
All righty. Any shout-outs before we go?
Definitely to Mark and Tim and Maxis and Fly Racing, all my sponsors this year that are going to help me out. They've been a huge help, and definitely my family for being behind me, and all of my fans. I gotta love them. They keep pushing me harder and harder, so that's awesome.
Josh Upperman, it's been great talking to you today, man.
Thank you. You too, Rodney. I'll see you at the first round.
You know it. That's Josh Upperman. I'm Rodney Tomlin. This is Quad Radio.